Planet of the Fakes, and Pig Star. HH News. For educational purposes. BLM imposter, Sir Major, impersonated FBI agent, police. August 8, 2016. Gloria Tatum 15 comments. With additional reporting by Matthew Charles Cardinale. APN, Atlanta. Tyree Lavelle Conyers Page, an Atlanta-based activist who calls himself Sir Major, has been at the center of controversy over the last couple weeks. As first reported by Atlanta Progressive News, he has placed himself at the forefront of the Black Lives Matter movement in Atlanta, even though he does not represent the actual Black Lives Matter movement. Now, after obtaining numerous police records through open records request, APN can reveal that Conyers Page has an extensive criminal background spanning many states, including one alarming recent.
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name, though I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course.
It's been 4 days since my son has been missing. And I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here, call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
According to an incident obtained from Dynamic Security, Page approached the security desk with weapons on. Mr. Page refused to show ID, the police report states. Security guard Ballard advised she spoke with Captain Harper with Dynamic Security. Ms. Ballard heard Mr. Page tell Ms. Harper that he was with the FBI and they were hindering an investigation. At that point, Mr. Page was allowed entry to the corporation's division of the Secretary of State, SIC, office. On January 19, 2016, I secured the charges for impersonating a public officer and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime from Judge Stephanie Davis, Fulton County Magistrate Court, the report states. In another local incident, on October 14, 2015, an officer Morrison observed Conyers Page at 48 Broad Street, next to the MARTA 5 Points station, wearing a bulletproof vest with a full-duty belt containing one fully loaded Glock 2145, two additional fully loaded magazines, two handcuffs, OC spray, one baton, a taser with additional cartridge, and a makeshift ID card designating his duties as a fugitive apprehension officer. The police report states that he was harassing and yelling at MARTA patrons, and telling them where they could and could not stand, and what they could and could not do. Conyers Page approached a parked car and demanded of the person inside, "Sir, roll your window down, I need to identify you." The person inside the car was, in fact, SGT. Knapp, a plainclothes police officer, who was watching Conyers Page's strange behavior. At one point, Conyers Page stood in the street blocking several MARTA buses. Eventually he was arrested. A weapon check came back that his gun was not on file. Overall, Sir Major claims to be an actor, model, bounty hunter, security guard, community leader, and founder and spokesperson for Black Lives Matter, BLM, Greater Atlanta. While he did incorporate a Georgia corporation in that name, his organization is not affiliated with the national BLM movement, and, according to many activists, has few followers. Conyers Page shows up at media events and rallies wearing a BLM t-shirt and jumps in front of media cameras, portraying himself as a spokesperson and implying he organized the protests in and around Atlanta, following the recent police killings of Philando Castile of St. Paul, Minnesota, and Alton Sterling of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. For a while, his con fooled some news media and prominent black leaders in Atlanta. City of Atlanta Mayor Kazim Reed and Police Chief George Turner held a press conference with Conyers Page by their side, as if to show cooperation between BLM and the mayor's office. A question we all have is that the mayor had a meeting with a well-known fraud. We can see that the mayor wants to pretend he is working with BLM, and that he is for power, not the people, Devin Springer with Rise Up Georgia told APN. As Sir Major's impersonation of an activist began to crumble, his criminal record of such activities as impersonating police officers started to leak out. First it was from Ohio, then Fulton County, Georgia. An old University of Toledo, UT, police bulletin first appeared on Facebook. It warned students to beware of Page, who is accused of menacing, harassment, theft, obstructing official business, assault, and telephone harassment, to name a few of his charges. On May 11, 2011, Page was informed that he would not be admitted to UT because of ongoing financial issues, and was advised not to be on university property without authorization of UTPD. On Conyers Page's Facebook page, it states he is from and lives in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and on another Facebook it states he lives in Atlanta, but he told the AJC he is from Ohio. In a self-made video he claims to have a lot of elders, faith leaders, and young people supporting him, and that he has the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, DeKalb in his pocket. I got control of these streets when it comes to my young people, Conyers Page says in the video. When you are a young, powerful, influential black brother, of course, they are going to talk about me. They talked about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and all the greats, Conyers Page says in the video, referring to some of the information and criticism leaking out about him. I've got bankers on my team and that's why they fear me, because I'm independent, I don't need money, Page said on the video. Other activists see him as a dangerous, self-promoting, con man who takes credit for the work others do. My first encounter with Sir Major was at the Anthony Hill Occupy at the Decatur courthouse. We were all uncomfortable with him being there because of all the drama and homophobic statements he made. Bridget Anderson, Hill's girlfriend, asked him to leave, and it turned into a huge argument. By the way he was acting, she was afraid he would turn violent against her, Springer tells APN. Conyers Page has had altercations with other activists and people. We are concerned that he is heavily armed and he has showed signs of being unstable, Springer tells APN. The real energy and organization behind the movement is a collection of a dozen or more organizations that organize under #AtlasReady. Page initially approached BLM Atlanta to ask for help with his court cases and legal fees. He tried to post a GoFundMe on the BLM blog page to raise money for his legal fees, but we would not allow him to do that, Probst tells APN. Dre Probst, co-founder of BLM Atlanta, tells APN that BLM Atlanta asked Conyers Page to leave because of his homophobic attitude and for taking credit for the work that other individuals and organizations had done. Thank you very much.